Hey guys, Boris Schlossberg from BKT. I'm on my way to the Las Vegas Forex Expo show, so this week's commentary will be a little bit brief. I hope to see some of you guys there. But I think one of the most interesting things about this week is how the markets can make you feel like a complete moron one day and a complete genius the next. The trade we did this week 2 times was short dollar yen, primarily because it was in trend. It met all of our criteria. But the first time we executed the trade, we got short 1801, and watch what happens. Before we could even blink, the trade went up against us and we got stopped out. Now, whose fault was that? It was clearly nobody's fault but our own. Because one of the things that we always try and do is trade after 4:30 or 5 o'clock, after the US capital markets have closed and it's basically 6 a.m. in Japan. And the reason why is because it's during this time that you have very little volatility. In this particular trade, without even realizing, we made a huge mistake. We got short around 3:30 in the afternoon, about an hour too early. And because of that, we got caught in this little whirlwind. To add insult to injury, to rub salt in a wound, not only did this trade take us out, but I think it took us out pretty much at the top of its spike. In other words, I think our stop was within 1 or 2 points of the high. We get taken out, and of course the trade then trickles down our way. It would have been a very, very profitable trade. But that's the way it goes. You know, you take your chances and you suffer your losses. On the other hand, the trade we did tonight was far, far better. And let me show you the trade on dollar yen today. Again, same sort of a setup, very much fitting our criteria in terms of the trade being in trend. We're negative the US data. We come in this time much better situation, around around 107.58 at 5 o'clock. You can be damn well sure that once you've made an idiot by the market once, you hopefully don't repeat the same mistake twice. This time we really waited to be very careful, to be post-US stock market news in a quiet territory, and really for the most part the trade just sort of trickles our way through the Asia session, Asia session, Asia session. Does come in a little bit into our position in I think about 7 o'clock East Coast time, but doesn't make T1. It just misses T1 and then tortures me for about 2 more hours during the start of the European session, end of the Asia session, until it finally starts to break. We make T1, and then I guide the trade very aggressively all the way down. You see how the trade just simply trickles all the way down, and we make 120 points on the trade, trailing our stops all the way. Classic money management, classic trade selection, good entry time and exit time. So here's the story. You can be a fool the next day, but you can be a genius the day following. And that's the great thing about the markets. There's always redemption at the end of the road. I'll see you in Vegas. Boris Schlossberg from BKT. Next week, lots more trades.